Good morning. It is officially the last day today.
Yes.
August 31st on a Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Look how high. Wait, I think something's wrong. Hang on. Let me take the elevator down. Holy, I'm short. Yes, it is Tuesday, August 31st. And as we're about to talk about, Diana's date of her death, it was today.
Yes.
Which came as a shock and surprise, which still is shocking and surprising and emotional. We were talking about it in the newsroom, prepping for our delivery this morning. But, you know, we both found it emotional. I mean, so sad that you didn't get to see any of your grandchildren.
Well, and so many, you know, and it's hard to know if the conspiracies come out of, you know, the global broken heart, like the collective that wept, myself included. I remember I was in bed and my friend came down the hall, my roommate, and said, Lady Diana has been injured, and I came out, and that was the first time I ever heard the media report somebody as being gravely injured, and I was like, gravely injured. What you hear critically, you hear, gravely injured, because it was impossible in that moment, as you know. As a little girl, I got up early to watch her get married. I had the paper dolls with all of the little outfits and everything.
Remember the paper dolls?
Yeah, and it was impossible, and still is kind of hard for me to associate death with that person.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, and my aunt gets really pissy because she's like, well, you know, Mother Teresa passed away on the same day and she got no recognition or whatever, and that is also very sad. Mother Teresa, of course, you know, being on a level all of her own as well. So, you know, tributes out to both Lady Diana and Mother Teresa.
There's a lot of research about Mother Teresa too that differs a little bit from Lady Diana.
Well,
too.
yes.
So there could be differing opinions on that one. But nevertheless, I do remember where I was at as well on the date that Diana died. Actually, we were at our house that we grew up at, and well, Mom and Dad, we had a Linden party because you guys were in Buffalo for the weekend, and we had some people laying on couches and floors, and it's like, I remember. Anyways, we sobered up pretty quickly.
You know, and there's just like, you know, and just I'm just going to look at some of the details here, you know. So, of course, Diana's boyfriend, Dodi Fayed, was in the car, driven by Henri Paul, you know, both of whom were pronounced dead at the scene. Trevor Rees-Jones, the bodyguard, the only survivor. An 18-month French judicial investigation did find that the cause was crashed by the driver, Henri Paul, who lost control of the car at high speed while drunk and on antidepressants.
Oh, I didn't realize he was, I didn't know that.
That's what they said, because of course it was alleged that it was the paparazzi that drove them, you know, and certainly the paparazzi played a part, snapping photos of her as she lay injured. You know, but of course, a number of conspiracy theories that she was pregnant with Fayed's child. So many different stories. At any rate, continues to be a significant loss for me, anyway. And
and a lot of people across the world. Now, another significant loss is the heat, because this morning I had to turn the heat on in the car to Numero Catla. Craig, what's going on?
Well, a little chilly out there today, and as a matter of fact, we're going to be a little chilly each morning this week because we have high pressure sitting over us that has brought in some drier, of course, cooler air. But it's going to give us sunny skies for most of this week, so not looking all that bad, including this morning. We'll take a look outside for you and take a look at our City Hall and beautiful St. Mary's River. Just a beautiful day today. We had a few clouds. We're going to have a few clouds worry about, not even worry about, they're just going to be there. But most of our day is going to be very calm. We do have some northwest winds that could kick up later on today. We'll take a look at the radar and show you there's really nothing here in the Great Lakes to worry about. All of that activity to the south is staying south, and of course that's the remnants of Hurricane Ida, that green blob down in the middle of the States there. That is moving towards the east. We don't have to worry about that. I'll explain that coming up in the 3-day forecast. Right now, we'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast, what your day is looking like, and we'll show that right now. And just sunny skies. Again, we're going to have some breezy conditions from the northwest. It's going to make it just a little tad cooler out there, but temperatures are very comfortable at 21, 22 degrees, and that will continue right into our evening. And the rest of the week, almost looking identical, but we'll get to that in the 3-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it right back to Heidi and Colette.
And it says breezy Craig.
Breezy.
Easy breezy cover girl isn't happy. I'm just kidding. But you know who is happy? The hospital, because they have a new president and CEO.
Yes.
The board of directors from SAH is pleased to announce the appointment of Isla Watson. What a pretty name. Isla. Love that name. Their new president and
there
chief
she is.
executive
Look at her.
officer. There's another kick-ass woman right there.
Nice.
Isla first joined SAH in 2009 as VP and Chief Human Resources Officer. So to say she has some experience is definitely true.
Yeah.
Her portfolio expanded to include leadership of strategic planning, communications, transformation, enterprise risk, and volunteer resources.
Just to name a few.
Just name a few
say,
things that she
wow.
does on the daily.
You'd think they'd appoint an achiever. Kidding, of course.
Well, I was feeling good about myself till I read her bio. Anyway, originally from Brockville, Isla has enjoyed living in Sault Ste. Marie for over 30 years. Prior to moving into healthcare, though, she had a successful 20-year career in various leadership roles throughout the province in public service. Interested in speaking with her, and we will, because that's what we do.
will.
Yes. So congratulations. The board is definitely pleased. She's feeling privileged to serve the Algoma district, and we'd like to congratulate Isla on her appointment. When we look forward to communicating with you in the near future.
Yes, and with such strong governance in place at Sioux area, I will talk to you about a collision that occurred yesterday afternoon that did send one individual into care at Sioux Area Hospital. So this happened just before 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Emergency services were called to a local business for reports of a motor vehicle collision. So this had to do with the access road to Home Depot, Mark's, and Best Buy just off Great Northern Road. They did encounter a collision. Wow, look at that. Hey?
Yeah.
They did encounter a collision involving a motorcycle and an SUV. So paramedics and firefighters were observed treating and loading one individual into the back of an ambulance. And then, of course, leaving the scene, presumed to be en route to Sioux Area Hospital. And police were on scene investigating the incident. Traffic was forced to do a U-turn upon accessing the roadway, as there was, in that time, no clear path through it. So we will stay on top of the story and, of course, bring you any details as they emerge.
Awesome. Unfortunately, we did receive an email yesterday about a missing woman.
Yes.
She is 43-year-old Melinda Kirby. She is described as 5'3" and 110, blue eyes, blonde brown hair, with a barbed wire tattoo on her left arm and a Chinese symbol on her left calf.
She's beautiful.
She is. She has not been in communication with her family since the 26th of August, which was almost, last Thursday, which is very out of the ordinary for Melinda.
Wow.
She is known to frequent the downtown area, so keep your eyes peeled if you see Melinda. Anyone with information on her whereabouts, it gives me goosebumps, is urged to contact the police at 705-949-6300.
Yes. Okay. Band-Aid time, people.
What kind? Oh, yeah,
well,
Band-Aid.
Yeah, so Algoma Public Health is reporting 3 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, all from Sault Ste. Marie and area. Additionally, Algoma Public Health is advising the public of a potential low-risk exposure to COVID-19 for anyone who was at Wacky Wings, which, and this would be the location on Lake Street, so 350 Lake Street on August 27th. Between the hours of 7 and 9 p.m. So if you were at the Lake Street location of Wacky Wings on August the 27th between the hours of 7 and 9 p.m., you are requested to self-monitor for signs and symptoms of COVID-19 for at least 10 days from the date of potential exposure. Self-isolate immediately if symptoms develop and seek testing if symptoms occur. So the details of the cases that have recently been confirmed are as follows. We are managing cases 431 through 433. Case 431, of course, reporting cause of exposure as being unknown. 432 and 433 listing cause of exposure as close contact, bringing rolling totals locally to 163,063 tests, confirming 433 cases. We are now sitting at 16 active cases locally. 2 people are in hospital. with the number of cases screening positive for the variants of concern remaining the same at 114.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Well, what Wacky Wings was that?
The Lake Street location.
Lake and McDonald's.
Yeah. Yep.
I have to call my son on a commercial, but he's vaccinated fully. So anyway, when we come back, we are going to discuss the provincial numbers, which were about 700 yesterday. There's some pop-up clinics in town that are opening this afternoon. We're going to tell you where and when after this 60-second break.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, Second Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, August the 31st. You made it through Monday. You gotta be stoked. Countdown is on until the kids go back to school. So if you're anything like Colette and I and have been shuffling all summer long, the shuffle is about to come to an end. You know, interestingly, my eldest is, we have been in negotiations. She wants to switch schools to Boreal, so I am in the process of that. It is a papery process, I will say that. You know, we are zoned, we are out of zone. So, you know, they gave me a little bit of you know, I don't want to use strong language, but they did give me a little bit of paper to manage with regards to that. I don't know. I pay my taxes, I always have, so really if my child wants to go to that school, I don't really see why she cannot. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, that's just kind of my personal views on the situation. But look out, Boreal. Sophia is coming your way.
Good, looking forward to it. And St. Basil's, good luck. Dante is ready for you. Are you ready for him? Okay, let's...
You all ready for this?
Let's talk a little bit about those pop-up clinics that we were discussing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you don't mind.
I've got a robust list here. So now, keeping in mind with these pop-up clinics, no appointment is necessary. It is my understanding that the majority of them are, in fact, Pfizer clinics, for those of you for whom that makes a difference. But certainly you can always talk to the person who's about to stick you and find out. Walmart parking lot on August 31st, so today between the times of 5 and 8 p.m. Okay, oh, Goulet River. Okay, so the Captain Tilley Community Center in Goulet River will be hosting one tomorrow between 2 and 4 p.m. These, of course, will be posted to the website, our website at SiouxOnline.com. It is currently on the Algoma Public Health. We do have the Pars Trailer Park at 4 Kim Drive, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. I'm not even sure where Kim Drive is.
I definitely do not know.
That's just before Mile Hill.
Just before Mile Hill.
Just before Mile Hill.
And I do not know where Mile Hill is.
And that's still considered to be Sault Ste. Marie?
Actually, that's outside be Hayden, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying with regards to that. Anyway, so Pars Trailer Park, 4 Kim Drive, September the 8th from 2 to 4 p.m. Joe's No Frills, 519 Coral Road, September 2nd. Oh, I love it when they post things out of order. So September 2nd, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sault College at the Algoma Public Health Building that is attached. September 7th between the times of 2 and 3 p.m. and Algoma University on September 14th between the times of 12 and 3 p.m.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, listen, week 3 is starting with the Conservatives leading locally Sunny Spina continues to widen the gap between incumbent MP Liberal Terry Sheehan. Craig puts out this great article every Monday, which is awesome, with this little graphic. MP Liberal Terry Sheehan in the Sault Ste. Marie riding as week 3 of the week election campaign. It continues. I'm sure you've seen them walking around and putting up their signs. NDP has fallen to third. Their Liberals close second. When the campaign began, Sheehan held a very comfortable lead. However, the Conservatives continue to edge up. So Spina begins this week with a solid 2-point lead over Sheehan. We are holding a debate here at Sioux Online and on TV.
That's right.
And the firing squad include and Dan Gray. So, just kidding. Not a
Gonna be
firing
asking all the hard questions.
Not a firing squad. We just want to give each candidate a chance to let you know what's going on. Not what you've done, what you're going to do. We want to kind of keep it on the future, I think.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And also to that note, if you can speak all you want about people in power. If you don't vote, you shouldn't have a voice after the vote is over.
That's right.
So if you want to vote, you can take time off work to vote legally.
Okay.
Here's what you need to know. Every eligible voter is entitled to 3 consecutive hours off of work to vote. If you're not voting by mail, votes by mail in this federal election, well, maybe a lot of people will be voting by mail due to circumstances beyond our control. That might fall during your hours on the 20th of September, but Canada Elections Act entitles you to 3 consecutive hours off from your work to do so.
Okay.
So there are no excuses if you want to vote, if you want to have a voice, if you want to have an opinion heard. I'm getting this
3 hours to put a check mark in a box.
Sometimes you just, what if you put an X and you meant a check mark? I mean, it could be confusing to see.
15 minutes to cast your vote, and then what? 2 hours and 45 minutes to recover from the experience. Coffee. I don't think coffee's going to take 2 hours and 45 minutes, Mike Chikoski. Just going to put that right out there. So
I don't know if Heidi's voting. I don't get it. I'm just kidding. Anyway, up to 3 hours, depending on if there's a line or you want to stop for a coffee or not.
yes, coffee.
I'm not one to
Still
say.
I'd make a good prime minister myself.
Oh, okay. Well,
You gonna talk about that?
where's the canned applause on
Canned
that?
applause.
Canned applause, please, sir.
I need a button for that. I need my own.
That was easy.
That was
anyway,
easy.
you know what? Just go vote.
Yes.
If you want to have your voice heard, do something about it. Or deal with the consequences. I mean, look what happened. Trump got into
And
power.
spend however many years complaining about it on Facebook. Look at this.
Well, there's always that too.
Okay.
Speaking of Facebook, do you want to hit in a couple more stories before we hit social media and Craigers?
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
Sure, let's do it.
I want to talk for a minute because the local Algoma Autism Foundation, a locally based organization, did host their Ride for Autism, which is a really popular event with the motorcycle community. And it has been, of course, as have many events, it has been kind of stymied for the last little while with regards to COVID-19, but it did take place on Saturday, August the 28th. Jamie Boston and a team of volunteers arranged the event, which did launch from Strathclair Park. The route took them out to Searchmont, through Gooley, past Arch, and out to Grocap before they finished the ride up at the Esquire Club. And as part of this event, they did invite the Algoma Fallen Riders to a ceremony, and of course the name of the most recent Fallen Riders. They read the names. I did attend once, and this takes place just before the ride starts. Bittersweet to be invited for the Fallen Riders because, of course, they are acknowledging members of their community who are no longer with us, so you get to sit and think about the loved ones who have passed either due to accidents or those who have passed on from other causes. So, and that, of course, is coming in a statement from Karen White, who is the spokesperson for the Algoma Fallen Riders. So historically, the ride itself has brought in around $10,000 for the Algoma Autism Foundation, but because of the changes this year, they were only able to do it by donation. In Boston, Jamie Boston was unsure if they would reach the same amount. So yeah, it's still was very well received. They were very happy with the outcome, and they look forward to continuing this into the future. And Dan Gray, of course, did cover it, and this is posted to the website.
Well, thank you. We'll be right back with some social media. Then we got some provincial deets to talk about. I told you about a pop-up. That's the new word. There's pop-up clinics. Before it was pop-up purses and shoes. Now we get clinics, and MTO is letting you do your license. Oh, how fun. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we come back. So exciting, gripping. Hang on to your knickers.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today.
Yeah, welcome back. I just stole your... It's your turn.
Yeah, I just did one. Welcome back. It is August 31st. It is Tuesday. You're here with Colette and Heidi. You made it through Monday. We are so much closer to the weekend now than we were yesterday. I no longer feel like weeping openly. I'll just kind of still stifle my sobs, but yeah.
And I'm not deathly looking. I'm not good looking today, but I'm not deathly looking today.
You sound much better.
I feel
look
much better.
Your color is better.
I do feel better.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, did I tell you? Okay, so you have heard me speak strongly.
No, you don't
previously.
speak strongly about anything.
I know. But you know what? I am always one to admit when I was mistaken. So I did speak strongly about Rami Malek. And
let's talk. But don't. Okay, all right.
At his performance in Bohemian Rhapsody, I did formerly abstain from watching the movie because it was my opinion that he was far too small.
So ridiculous.
To play the part effectively, and that I would never be able to sit through the movie without forever thinking that he was way too wee. Holy crap, was I wrong?
I told you!
Was I wrong?
Told you.
Holy shit. Oops.
We heard nothing. There's a delay. There's no delay. But,
yeah, because we
Holy ship.
Okay.
It was a ship. It was a ship that sailed.
If you haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody, and I'm going to assume that most of the community has, please do make time to see it. You know, while I stand by my preliminary assessment, of course, side by side, Rami Malek is nowhere nearly as tall as Freddie Mercury, but if ever somebody could bring Freddie back, that was the person to do it.
Oh my God.
Now
I could cry thinking about it.
He completely embodied that man, and to witness, you know, the evolution of you know, meeting the band, and then, you know, right, the iconic sort of postures and poses, the microphone, where that came from, and you know, so I was really blown away, and I went in, you know, digging my heels in. Okay, I'm getting okay in my ear, so enough about that.
Yeah, but I hate to say I told you so, but I have to.
Well, that's okay. I already have somebody who is I told me so that's fine.
Oh, I won't say it then.
Yeah, well.
But it's so good. Anyway, I'm a huge Freddie Mercury fan, so for me to support that comment is, I'm just, you know, I love you, sister. But you know who else I love? Our weather specialist, Craig Huckabee.
Yes.
We got aren't we ready for him? No, I thought we'd do our 2 minutes. Okay, well, maybe it's the cold meds getting to my brain.
Whatever, I can talk about social media. Well, it's 8:25. What about East Algoma and their 27th impaired charge? I'm always interested that they keep track of the numbers, but Good that they're keeping track of the numbers to note that they're relatively low. So on August 27th, on August 27th, members from the East Algoma Detachment of the Ontario Provincial Police responded to a traffic complaint of a possible impaired driver in the city of Elliott Lake. So this occurred around 12:15. So the police then, in response, did observe a suspect vehicle traveling northbound on Highway 108, so this is south of Mountain Road, and initiated a traffic stop. While speaking to the driver, they did develop grounds to believe that the driver had been consuming alcohol. So as a result of the investigation, Kenneth Davis, 63 years old, from Elliott Lake, was charged with operation while impaired, blood alcohol concentration 80 plus, and he is now scheduled to appear before the Ontario Court of Justice in Elliott Lake on October the 5th. And as well, he was issued a 90-day administrative driver's license suspension, and his vehicle was impounded for 7 days. Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. We wanted to get to a story, which I'm going to talk about. Premier Ford was supposed to come out today with regards to the vaccination. That has been delayed. I don't have many deets around that right now. Just that it's been delayed at the moment. So we're going to follow that, and I'm actually going to come back and talk about it again.
Oh, this is the passport thing? Sorry,
I missed what you said. You remember Ford had said that he was completely against it.
Yes.
And then implemented it because, well, that's what you do when you're losing an election.
Yep.
And so I'm following that.
That's slipped on when you're losing an election.
Well, yeah, you know. So yes, that will be coming down. So the announcement, like I said, was planned for today, is now on hold. Sources at Queen's Park said the provincial friend would limit access to certain non-essential services based on vaccination status. Still needed to be presented to Cabinet for discussion. Yada, yada, yada. It's delayed. So Dr. Lawrence Lowe said officials are exploring the idea of creating their own regional COVID-19 vaccine certificates if the Ford government does not step up with a vaccine passport. Nipping at his heels.
Okay.
Over to you.
Another story. Okay, well, you know what?
You want to talk about how I was right again?
I want to talk about a catalytic converter.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I want to talk about, mostly because I just like the way it rolls
catalytic
off my tongue.
Converter.
Catalytic converter. How would Moira say it? Johnny, they stole a catalytic converter. All right. August 25th.
They're worth a lot of money, apparently.
Well, I'm not even 100% sure. Oh, I can't say that in case my dad's watching.
It's palladium inside.
I don't know what it is.
Palladium doesn't even mean anything to me, Mike, but thank you for trying to
I know how to turn the radio on
me.
and turn the car over. I mean,
okay.
Like gold.
Okay, so August 25th, officers with the crimes of, you can't boss me through stories if you're going to talk in my ear. Officers with the Crime Suppression Unit charged 38-year-old Brandon Bennett with theft under $5,000. So in the morning of August 25th, the police did receive a call reporting the theft of a catalytic converter from a vehicle in the Trunk Road area. An investigation was launched as a result, and officers then developed grounds to believe the accused was a suspect in the theft of a catalytic converter. So at around... Okay, so this is one of those stories, so stay with me, okay, because I'm going somewhere with all of this. So at around 2:30 p.m., officers observed the accused attending a business in the 200 block of McNabb Street and later observed the accused leaving the business without attempting to pay for items.
Oh, you can't do that.
No. Okay, so he was arrested. He is charged with theft under $5,000 in relation to the theft of a catalytic converter, but in addition now is also charged with theft under $5,000 as well as possession of property obtained by crime in relation to the theft from the business. So he was released by way of an undertaking and is scheduled to appear in a court on October 18th.
Awesome. We have to hit a commercial because we love our sponsors and we want to take the time to appreciate you and for keeping us right here in our jobs, actually.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to talk about how runny noses and headaches have been removed from the symptom list when screening your children at school. So if they've got a little booger nose and they're doing this, which all kids are cesspools in elementary, so I do feel that that's a daily occurrence. Yes. taken off the list. Also, when we come back, Canadians demanding to know why they can fly, but we can't cross by land. I'm going to attempt to give you that answer when we come right back.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Inches home to Lola bounds. This large male sports a wave trimming black fur asserts dominance over.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Aug31 Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Taco Tuesday.
It is.
Although again, you know, Amy in the front office did
Hi,
advise that we ought not to discriminate. The tacos are delicious any day of the week.
True, sir.
Yes, so closer to the weekend, we've already covered that. Breaking news, we're here and we're having a great time as usual. You know, we're trying to determine, somebody has picked up loud breathing in the background. I can't even do it. I'm not sure. I don't hear it. And usually I hear everything in my ear, so yeah.
Who is breathing loudly? Well, I don't know, but I did see breezy in the weather forecast. Let's go to Craig and find out what exactly he means by that.
And thank you very much. And if you're into weather like I am, this is going to be somewhat of a boring forecast, but there's a couple things we can tell you about because we are just seeing basically sunny skies for most of our week. If we look at the satellite shot, we can show you we basically have high pressure here. The jet stream, if you can imagine, is right here. So that's cutting off any activity from what's left of Hurricane Ida. It's a tropical storm now, but all that is heading here. It can't come this way because the jet stream is pushing it all towards the east. So we're looking pretty good for the next couple of days. We'll take a look at the radar just to show you the tropical depression left of Ida and the track it's taking. And you can see it's just staying clear of the Great Lakes. This activity here, don't have to worry about that either because, again, it's being blocked by a high pressure system, and that high is going to sit over us for pretty much all week long. We'll take a look at temperatures for today. A little off from yesterday and definitely off from last week. 22 degrees for our high today, 20 in Wawa, 18 in Timmins, and 21 in Sudbury, and even Thunder Bay coming in at 24 degrees today. Very cool air mass sitting over the Great Lakes, and that's the way it will be. You can see it right here. This high is situated way north and is pushing the air down. Of course, the winds are going to be somewhat moderate today, so be aware of that. Other than that, we don't really have anything to worry about. You can see the jet stream right here. So this is cooler air, and this is very warm, muggy air. It's not coming our way this week. Let's take a look at the forecast for you for today. Sunny skies, may see a few pretty clouds out there. Nothing as far as rain goes. 22 for your high, 21 tomorrow. Even a little further down on Thursday at 21 degrees, and of course we should be seeing temperatures around 23, so we're a little bit off the mark there. Temperatures continue to be in the 20s, the low 20s at that, for most of this week as that high pressure system sits over us. We do have a little system though coming in for this weekend, and we're definitely watching that. Right now, let's watch Heidi and Colette with the rest of the show.
You, Kreger is looking dashing in your blue. I think we have a few comments on social media to hit up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
people
So think
are
about
chatty.
heavy breathing. Are you breathing heavily in my ear?
Well, but you know what? Like, we'll get to that
I
one
can't even
because you
deep-
know what, Nicole? We always salute our new viewers. So thank you for watching, and we will find the source of the breathing and we will eliminate it. We take all
stop
feedback
it, guys.
seriously.
It's creepy.
And yeah, I would be annoyed too. So thank you for pointing that out, and we will find it. But thank you for watching and welcome aboard. Like I said, we're always grateful. Will you stop laughing?
I'm just laughing at the whole scenario. New watcher, she's like got creepy, heavy breathing.
I know.
Yeah,
Well, like I said, I'd be creeped out and annoyed too. Like, yuck. Are you home alone though? Like, let's just eliminate all possible sources. But I don't know. Like, sometimes primary control can be a little bit breathy, so it might be Kevin. I don't know.
Kevin, come on. Notice
Yeah,
we can't
Kevin, stop it.
Notice we can't say
Just
master
stop it.
control because the whole
Stop it.
cancel culture.
Margaret McKay,
Good morning.
of course, says good morning all. Good morning, Margaret. Marilyn Trumbull says good morning, beautiful ladies and everyone else. Good morning to you, Marilyn. And she very graciously puts forward my emoji that summons the sun coming up between two great huge tracts of
I'd
land.
just like to point out, I like the poop emoji if anybody wants to know.
Yeah, but the only one that I'll speak to now that we have it up on the screen is the
Yeah.
sun.
And the poop
I'm not
emoji.
speaking to poop.
I
I'm not
love the poop. You know, when I bring in a Dante's poop emoji that he made me, I'm putting it right at the desk tomorrow.
I'm not talking about poop. Okay.
Poo-poo.
Joseph Bertrand says,
Ooh.
good morning, everyone. Joseph, the snow is going to be upon us. Are we
What?
still doing coffee? Like, what is even happening anymore? I'm busy. You're busy. Yeah. What? Like,
He's a
ships.
musician.
He
I
is.
didn't know this.
Joseph is many things. He is really the man to know a myriad of
Does he play
solutions.
the drum?
Oh, I think he plays just about everything. Drums, guitar, piano, or is that your son? But you'll respond to me. Okay, good morning to you, Joseph. Bradley, 3 exclamation points. So hang on. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay.
I can't do it because of my throat.
I know. We'll save your little vocal cords. Giselle Tchaikovsky, good morning, everyone. And again with the sun and the Traxalan. See, I have to vary it just so you all don't think that's the only thing that I can say in that ridiculous
She's not
accent.
one-dimensional.
What?
You're not one-dimensional.
I am not one-dimensional.
Oh, God, no.
Uh-huh.
Poop emoji.
Vaino
Hey.
Humalamaki. I was talking about your name. I like the way it kind of just rolls off my tongue. It makes me feel like, I don't know, I just like Humalamaki.
Humalalaki.
Humalamaki.
Humalalaki.
Okay, and Vino says good morning. So good morning to you, and
Morning.
thank you for popping in. Steve Childs, GMA HAGTT. So good morning, all. Have a great Taco Tuesday.
On board.
Chris Bridges. Good morning, everyone.
What's he got for us today?
On today's date in 1946, Foghorn Leghorn, Warner Brothers cartoon character created by Robert McKimson and Warren Foster, Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies series, first debuts in Walkie Talkie Hockey. Have a great day. Foghorn Leghorn.
I have no idea.
I say,
What? I've never heard of that.
you've never heard of Foghorn Leghorn? Are you kidding?
I swear on my 2 kids, I'm not kidding.
With the dog and always...
You can explain it all you want. I don't know what you're
I don't
talking
have to explain it. I'm gonna... Mike, can't you find Foghorn Leghorn? He loves it when I do these. I issue these challenges in the moment. I
because
will.
he doesn't know what it is either. No,
Sure he does. Of course he does.
good one.
I say what?
Okay. Oh, okay. That's okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris. I think I shanked that.
Tony Mancuso.
Yeah, hi,
Good
buddy.
morning, everyone. Looks like a great start to Tuesday, affectionately known as Taco Tuesday or
That's right.
Tanker Tuesday. Enjoy the day and stay safe. Same to you, Tony.
There you go. There's your Looney Tunes.
There's
okay.
Foghorn
That I know.
Leghorn,
I don't
see?
remember Foghorn Leghorn. Like,
Oh, like the,
you know
the
what?
full name.
You know what I think of when I see that?
What?
Saint Hubert's, the chicken place.
They
remember
use
that? What? That looks like the chicken. Don't you think? Remember the alternative to Swiss Chalet? Which, by the way, why did that close in Sault Ste. Marie? I love my Swiss Chalet. Food for thought.
Okay.
Literally chicken for thought. Saint Hubert.
Kimberly says, good morning, all.
Good morning, Kim.
Good morning, Kimberly. Enika, good morning, all. Have a great baby hump day. All right. I like how she kind of switches it up. She plays with our names. Chris Bridges, also another, oh, you're going to spoil us today.
Yes.
Another interesting fact on today's date in 1897, Thomas Edison patents the kinetoscope, which is a kinetographic camera, a device which produces moving pictures. Made it a 2 for Tuesday. Nice, I like that.
Nice, yeah.
Debbie Clayton says, good morning, ladies. Good morning to you, Debbie. Nicole, we're looking for the loud breathing, and again, welcome aboard and thank you for watching.
Great
Mark
start.
Jordan. Well, Mark, you've rendered me unable to speak to you because you're only speaking in emojis. So
I don't see a poo emoji on there.
there's no poo emoji, nor is there the sun coming up between two great huge tracts of land. So yeah,
Fine.
so I'm
Be
going to
that
follow
way,
that
Mark.
up with. I did look up some factoids.
Okay.
So I'll just really quickly hit a factoid because there was one that I thought was pretty interesting, actually. Okay.
Well, it has something to do with a Looney Tune.
Well, yeah.
Just because I now know what it means.
No.
Sorry.
No. On this date in 2006, The Times ran a story about the demands of various rock stars when they were on tour, right? Because some people really have some pretty specific asks. Ozzy Osbourne.
What did you say? Oh, asks.
Asks.
So you said asses. I'm like, well, I guess so. Oh, I have good stories on this. Yeah, keep going.
So Ozzy Osbourne insists on an eye, ear, nose, and throat doctor at each venue. The Beach Boys require a licensed masseur. I'd be down with that. I think I should have somebody on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But rub me.
I think I do.
So that's the Beach Boys. Meatloaf requires a mask and one small tank of oxygen. David Bowie used to request that the dressing room temperature be between 14 degrees Celsius and 18 degrees Celsius. It is said that Paul McCartney must have a large arrangement of white Casablanca lilies in his dressing room.
What? I'm sorry, say that again.
A large arrangement of white Casablanca lilies in his dressing room. Macca should have a whatever he wants a. Mick Jagger must have an onstage auto cue with the lyrics to all of his songs. I don't feel like I should have even read that.
Oh my God.
This auto cue would also tell him the name of the city in which they were performing.
Holy hell balls, that's terrible.
Imagine performing somewhere being like, all right, Sarasota.
Happened to me.
Sault Ste. Marie.
It happened to me. I saw Van Halen. Sammy Hagar says, all right, Hamilton Beach, let's go. Like, we're not Hamilton Beach.
Hamilton Beach.
Yeah, that's an electric company, dummy. You're in Hamilton. Anyway, when we come back, it will be time for, you have to escape.
I will be leaving a little early today, and it's my hope that you will forgive me. My daughter's braces have popped, and there is a wire actively shredding her cheek. And the good people at Dr. Floriani's office are very graciously accommodating me. They contacted me late yesterday afternoon,
look at that.
and I had to take this, or her cheek would continue to be shredded until October.
That's disgusting. That's not cool.
No.
Okay, well, we'll be right back. I'm going to hit up that runny nose, headaches removed from symptom list for your kiddies to go to school, so go ahead and send them when they're sick. And why we can fly and not drive. Blech. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Rollers Bocce is now open. Located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Oh, there we are. Hello, beautiful.
Fade in from gray.
I'm like, is
but
that a close-up on my shirt? Because it's
either that or it just suddenly got super foggy.
Oh, remember that? And this is St.
Did you see the clouds this morning?
No.
Ominous. Oh, very, very multiple shades of gray, actually.
50, actually, when we checked last. Okay, stop being silly. Did you know that China is banning children from playing online games for more than 3 hours a week?
Good.
The harshest restriction so far on the game industry as Chinese regulators continue cracking down on the technology sector.
Good.
Minors in China can only play games between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Fridays, weekends, and on public holidays starting tomorrow, September 1.
What are the parents going to do?
I don't know. Go to bed! That limits gaming to 3 hours a week for most weeks of the year, down from a previous restriction set in 2019 that allowed minors play games for an hour and a half per day and 3 hours on public holidays.
Wow. Wow, that's
who's
a whole...
like restricting that? Like, I mean, who's...
A whole lot of parenting. How do you monitor that?
I don't know.
That's kind of creepy.
That's what I was just thinking.
Isn't that
so
creepy? You know, and what
As
happens
well as
is somebody show up at your door.
Right?
Your child has been playing.
There's some Minecraft going on in the top left bedroom. What else do you got? I know you got a jet soon, but
well, you know what? I'll talk about the Ontario numbers. You know, as far as COVID is concerned. So yesterday, Ontario did report 694 new COVID-19 cases, but no new deaths from the virus. And of course, the statement coming from Health Minister Christine Elliott, she did indicate that 527 of the infected people are not fully vaccinated or have an unknown vaccination status. The case numbers, of course, are coming out of 18,561 tests having been administered. 160 patients in intensive care with COVID-related critical illnesses as of yesterday afternoon, including 93 patients on ventilators. Nearly 83% of Ontario residents ages 12 and older have had at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine, and 76% have received both shots. The province says it has administered 17,767 COVID vaccine doses since the last daily update, for a total of more than 20.7 million shots. Okay, and on that note, I am going to go and shuttle my child to Braceland.
Okay, have fun.
We're going to Braceland.
Yeah, I was there. I caught you. Unfortunately,
I will see you tomorrow.
Okay, while you're slowly exiting, my little sweet, are you coming back soon? What am I going to do without you?
You will send me your breakfast order. I will be back bearing food.
I'm going to miss you. Okay, you can go now. And over to Colette, we're going to talk about runny noses. Ontario has trimmed down the COVID-19 symptoms that would require children to stay home in the morning when they say, "Mommy, I've got some boogies." I can't even, I'm looking over there and she's taking her microphone off. I'm very sad. Anyways, children reporting any of these symptoms are to stay home. With regards to, she's going right up there for a microphone. The province's updated online screening tool lists 5 categories of symptoms most commonly associated with COVID-19. Those include fever and chills, cough or barking cough. I definitely know the barking. Shortness of breath. She's climbing under the camera. Watch the wire. Slick, lady, very slick. Losing taste of smell, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. A spokesperson for the health minister confirmed a runny nose was removed from the daily screening list, but said anyone with symptoms of illness should stay home. I do want to talk to you about two charged, one wanted in death of a woman whose body was found in a suitcase. 2 men are facing charges in Toronto. Police have issued an arrest warrant for a third person now in the death of a woman whose body was found within a suitcase. Investigators say they found the remains of 41-year-old Varsha Gajula of Caledon. If you don't know where Caledon is, that is up north of the Toronto area. Investigators say they found the remains of 41-year-old Varsha Gajula in a suitcase in West End Toronto on Wednesday morning. They say they've since conducted a number of searches and charged 2 men with accessory after the fact to murder and indignity to a body. Well, I would say that definitely does include taking her dignity away. And gamblers are placing bets through Ontario's gaming agency. They can now make a wager on single sporting events. We did discuss this last week, but it is now in place. So Proline Plus is only available online for now, but the agency says it will bring single event wagering, dynamic odds, more games, and new sports to its Real Proline offering next year. And before we head out, we are going to throw to our Craigers one last time. Is he ready there, Mike? Okay, over to you, Craig. Sum up the day.
Thanks, Colette. And it is looking like a beautiful day today. Can't believe it's the end of August already. And just to let you know, August came in just as we thought it would. It was well above seasonal temperatures, and we saw some pretty stormy conditions as well, the most recent this past weekend. So the month of August was pretty much bang on as far as the forecast goes. September is also forecast to be well above seasonal. Keep in mind, seasonal being around 18 degrees at the beginning of the month, about 15 degrees at the end of the month. So anything north of that, we're going to be above seasonal, and that is the trend we're setting for. Now, let's take a look at today's forecast for the next 12 hours. Looking pretty nice. This sunny skies with a few fluffy clouds out there to just decorate the sky, but it's going to be a little breezy later on this afternoon. Not terribly windy, but there is going to be a northwest breeze. Temperatures pretty much right around seasonal. That's where we should be. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up at 5 o'clock on News at Night. I'll see you then, Colette, and have a great day, everybody.
Again, as you know, I love the heat, the humidity, the cloudy weather looks like it is all but a distant memory. We are going to be back tomorrow morning, we being Heidi, Colette, myself, and Craig. But I'm back throughout the day with your news this hour, so join me at 11 a.m. for that. And don't forget to come back at 5 o'clock where we have a full detailed forecast from Craig, all your daily news, and the sports analyst of the year, Jacob Moore. Thanks for joining us today. Have an awesome Taco Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow, which is Hump Day.